Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Oh, well, it's still predominantly dark outside. As we get later in the summer, it's going to stay darker later because we're on that pretend time, daylight savings time. In actual time, it's 4:43, not 5:43, but that's all right. We're taking our stand against daylight savings time. All right, let's see. I forgot to make the tags. So do that real quickly. Thought there was oh, what am I doing? From 1984, it's been rebranded, but it's pretty much the same thing. Canadian Club, small batch, blended Canadian whiskey, classic 12, aged 12 years. So Canadian Club Classic 12. They have a new bottle design, this square bottle. You look on the internet, on Google or Bing or Yahoo search, you'll see they had a different bottle. But it goes back to 1984 when Canadian Club wanted to make a more specialized design. And then we have one from 1987, Canadian Crest. Now you might say Canadian Crest. Never heard of that. This is aged probably the minimum, I think 3 years. Well, Canadian Crest is an Albertson store brand. I got to make sure I do the tags correctly this time because 2 days ago I had them mixed up. Well, they're both CC, right? So I had CC and CL, but or CR. I was careless, but you could clearly tell which was which, and there was no mistake in it. And Canadian Club, the standard. Well, that was the old 6-year age. They only age at 5 years now, but it was better than the Canadian Crest. Okay. Canadian Crest has more of that grain alcohol filler flavor, and Canadian Club had more of the honeycomb flavoring thing. But to be fair, I'm not so sure Canadian Club is twice as good, because you're going to pay twice the price for it, but you're not getting twice the quality, but you are getting more quality. So if you invite people over to your house, you might want to serve Canadian Club over Canadian Crest. They say, what is this stuff? Some cheap brand. They might take it as an insult, like, that's all we're worth to you, this store brand? Now you might say, no, that's all I buy. You see, then they might not be insulted. They might just look on you like you're a cheapskate, which some people are, and they have a right to be. But if you're serving them Canadian Crest and then you have Canadian Club 12-year in the cabinet, then they'll get the message. You're saving the good stuff for yourself. You're not being generous. Anyway, enough of that. So Canadian Club Classic 12, you can probably get it at your local store, liquor store. Well, around here it's at Winn-Dixie, but Mathern's doesn't sell any Canadian Club. Don't know why. This is at Walmart, I think, also. Now, Mathern's has a good liquor selection, but they don't carry everything. Well, no store carries everything, but you know what I mean? Like Canadian Club, they don't have it. But they have J&B, and I think Walmart doesn't have it. Interestingly, J&B Scotch. So it's one of those hit or miss. You'll notice a lot of hit or miss type things around here. CC, okay, CC, Canadian Club. And then like Walmart, let's see, like Walmart has Old Overholt, the rye whiskey, but I know Mathern's doesn't. And then Mathern's has the Old Grandad Bonded, you know, with the little green tag. But they don't have Old Grandad. Don't think. Yeah. Strange, huh? And then they have Old Granddad 114, the 114 proof. But no one else around here has that. So, like the song says, you got to shop around. Got to shop around. Oh my gosh. Did it again. Yeah. CC is throwing it. I'll be right back. It's the CC throwing me off. CC rider. Now you might say, where can I get Canadian Crest? Well, if you go to the Albertson store chain, Albertsons, Bonds, Safeway, Jewel Osco, and some other ones, they may have it. That's assuming you live in a state where their stores are allowed to sell liquor. Louisiana, any store can sell, well, if they have a license. In Louisiana, in general, anybody can sell liquor, right? So that's why around here, if you go to the gas station, like Racetrack or Shell or Exxon or Chevron, etc., they'll have liquor, wine, and beer, wine, liquor. Walmart has a liquor section right there. Any liquor you want, just pull it off the shelf. Like a bag of cereal. There's no special process to get it. You know what I mean? Like there's not somebody checking you and certifying it or whatever. Just grab it off the shelf like anything else. Other states, Albertsons can sell liquor, but it has to be a separate Albertsons liquor store attached to the store. You know, like in Florida, they have Publix, and a lot of them say Publix liquor store, and it's next to, it's part of the building. You just got to go around through the front door there. Okay. Now we have the local option. We have a lot of local government here. Local solutions to local problems, right? And like St. Bernard Parish, much stricter. So they don't sell liquor anywhere but liquor stores. So if you go to Albertsons and go to Walmart, you won't see liquor, okay? But I don't live in the, as they call it, the parish. There's 64 parishes, right? And if you ask people from St. Bernard, or as they pronounce it, St. Benoit, then there's 64 parishes in Louisiana. You would call them counties. And you ask them, where are you from? I'm from the parish. The parish, not just any parish. You understand? The parish. Or the parish. I'm from the parish in St. Benoit. All right, anyway. All right. Oh, this is going to be it. Here comes the sun. Do. This is going to be a challenge as far as not looking at it. I don't think there's going to be much of a nice lacing, especially on the Canadian Club, because look at the appearance. This is a deep copper. Oh, yes. And this is just straight up gold. So any quick glance, it'll tip me off. So I've got to be very wary, very wary, very wary. Oh, you know what? I got to update my notes on this because I said they were both 80 proof. Oh, wrong. Oh, wait, this is 80 proof. What am I thinking of? There's one. That's right. There's one specialty that's 86. I don't know. Hey, you know what? That's why you look at the bottle. I like the label. It's like wood, like bark. Yeah, it's fancy. $24 a bottle. Full metal jacket. All right. There are many bottles like it. This one is mine. Okay. All right. So I cannot look now. If I paid $5.99 for the Canadian Crest, and if I paid $24.99 for the Canadian Club, but actually I didn't pay for it at all because John and Nile, you should be watching John and Nile's channel. Why are you not subscribed to John and Nile's channel? Why are you not doing all the YouTube things? You should be watching it. But anyway, that's how I met John and Nile, over the internet. That's how I met Tyler Mansell, over the internet. That's how I met Jeff Brister and Jeff Lyons and everybody else, over the internet. He bought it for me. John and Nile, thank you for buying that for me. What a gift. That was a gift. I brought him a 6-pack of Schlitz, tall cans, you know, pint cans. He gives me Canadian Club. He said, that's not a fair trade. No, it is not. Canadian Club, 12-year age. Not a fair trade, but it wasn't a trade. See the difference? It was not. It was just I gave him some gifts. I gave him the 100 Piper Scotch. And then he gave me a gift. A gift is you give somebody something you don't expect any return. That's a gift. A trade is I'll give you this if you give me that. Okay. I don't do beer trading or wine trading or liquor trading because I have no interest in doing that, nor do I have any incentive to do that. We get so much around here that there's no reason to go chasing after different things. I don't do it. I won't do it. I'll never do it. I have done it in the past and I didn't enjoy it. It was nice, but too expensive, too much trouble. And people will come to me and say, I want to send you beer. I say, no, don't do that. It's too much expense, too much trouble. No, I insist. And I say, oh, okay, but I wouldn't do it, you know. And then like Jason Cleveland sent me the Rainier beer. Told him not to do it, but he insisted, so I got it. And I appreciate it. I always appreciate when people do that. But I try to discourage it. Now, when a company comes to me like Fuller's earlier this year, well, that's a big company, you know, that's no big trouble for them. I say, okay, I'll review it. You know, it's not like a private person going through all of this. Tyler Mansell sent me all this stuff. There's so many people over the years sent me stuff. Anyway, it's time to do the test. Canadian Crest. Wow, private label. The world of private label. You could literally make a YouTube channel that's based on private label brands, literally. It would be quaint, let's call that. But it would probably garner interest. You know what? I have that other alternate YouTube channel, which I never do anything with. I have 2 videos posted on it that I recreated for this channel. What was it? Hitler's biggest mistake in World War II. And then I have another video, the entry of Italy into World War II changed the course of the war. And then I recreated them on this channel. Maybe, and it's more likely maybe than for sure, maybe I'll do a channel. I'll use that other channel dedicated solely to private label brands. Is there any purpose to that? No, there is not. Is there any importance to that? No, there is not. Okay, but anyway. I might do political videos over there. I don't know. I might do that. We'll see. We'll see. I think I will. I might. Okay, going on. Because I wanted to do a video about alliances. Are alliances, military alliances, beneficial? Are military alliances beneficial? I think you know what I'm going to say about that. Oh, well, okay. I'm not looking. I'm not cheating. I have no incentive to cheat. I don't want to cheat. I hate cheating. You know what? They both just have a strong alcohol burn. Like, whoa. 80 proof. That's the standard. They're not higher than the standard. I'm really keen to try that Justerini and Brooks whiskey. They call it Just Arini and Brooks Rare. It's so rare, you know, you can get it at every store, but most every store. But that's a fascinating company. They own hundreds and hundreds of wine and liquor brands. They do make Just Arini and Brooks, and this new Just Arini and Brooks honey. Oh yeah, I really want to get that. A whiskey with honey added. No thanks. But the Just Arini and Brooks is a whiskey they sell under their brand name. It's not as old as the company. They're saying since 1760 something, I think, 69. That's when the company was started. But they started as wine brokers and whiskey brokers. You know, people that just buy and sell stuff and produce their own. And they still do that. If you get on their main website, it's just all these things. It's a wines we make and then wines we broker. And then you can buy them. Like you can order the wine, like literally from the website. But then they have the Just Arini and Brooks, the JNB. Okay, enough of that. I want to try it. I have so much back stock. Yeah, I bought it when I was in Florida. It was $18.99. You know, it's a lot cheaper over there. For that, they had it on sale at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Now, as these breathe, yeah, you're getting a lot of grain, corn, you know, corn. There's a background of bready barley, yeah. This one has a candy-like thing, candy corn, candy product. It smells like Canadian Crest. Oh yeah, daylight is here. And I got to get going because I got to go walking a mile and a half today. I got to edge the yard. I got to start cleaning the house. I got to go to the store. This one here, okay. You know what? In the aroma, it's not so easy. You think, it's a snap. Let's see. You see, this one has a wax type thing. You remember in 1974 when somebody gave you those lips, that chewing wax lips, and you started chewing it? Remember they used to make chewing wax? And it had what, like teeth? You could put it on your mouth and it looked like lips. It was like a little mask, like, but then you could chew it. You couldn't eat it. Oh, I guess you could, but who would? And then you get all the flavor out and you'd spit it out. But that's, where can you buy chewing wax? Not chewing gum, chewing wax. This smells kind of like the base of that. Strange. And there's the bread and some rye spice. Okay, so Sazerac, Buffalo Trace, Barton, 1792. You know those people. They make the Canadian Crest in Canada. Then they bottle it in Kentucky. But they tend to have a high rye note. Especially, it seems to be the case, especially with their stuff coming out of Majestic Distilling or Oak Park Distilling of Baltimore County, Maryland. So, And then Canadian Club is a Beam Suntory brand. I haven't noticed that Beam Suntory products are particularly rye oriented. They're good, but okay, so in Aroma, we have a virtual tie. And it's fascinating, but they don't smell the same. They do not, no. I think this one is more pungent. There's more of a full, and it's a harsh aroma. It's like, it makes you back up a little bit, but not in a bad way. I think this must be the Canadian Club because of the strong aspect, the strong overall character of it. But it is a taste challenge. This is a taste challenge. It's not a smell challenge. But in the smell, okay, in appearance, yeah, Canadian Club wins because it's darker. Now you might say, they probably add caramel color because Canadian whiskeys can do that. This is true. You got to take that into account. Still, whatever they're doing, it looks prettier, okay? But you might say, I prefer light gold over the caramel. Okay, fair enough. I should say it looks prettier to me. The aroma, this one has a richer aroma. I would not say a better aroma, though. Not a better aroma. So in the aroma, it's a tie, meaning the cheaper one wins, okay? We're talking about 4 times as expensive, okay? 6 times 4 is 24. So is there any way that Canadian Club could really be 4 times as good? Well, I guess there's a way, and we're going to find out. But I don't think it's going to be the case. Okay. Oh. And if my friend David wanted to try Canadian Crest, I would tell him no. Because every time you try one of my cheaper whiskeys, you dump it out because you say it tastes like blah, 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 and you name all these descriptors. Oh, I wouldn't care if you ripped on it and said it was garbage, trash, filth, and, you know, all of that. I just want him to drink it. I don't want him to waste it. I hate wasting. This has a very, very pronounced wood character. Yeah, there's underlying grain filler. No doubt, my friends. But the wood, the barrel wood, is so strong. It's got to be the 12-year age, because no way it's going to pick up that woody character in 3 years. That ain't going to happen. Okay, but let's go ahead over here. Fascinating. It's truly fascinating because you think, like, right, I'm over here thinking, right? You think, you know, it's going to be just a runaway. It's a store brand versus this elegant, credible product. And it would be a pathetic joke, but it ain't. This has character, and I can't believe it. You know, I don't know. You got to really drink on these things and think on these things. A one-shot deal, there's no purpose to it. You got to replicate. And that's why the taste challenge is going on and on and on, and people maybe don't want to watch it. I understand, or get sick of it. But you got to have that replication. And there is not a whole lot of it. And boy, when you put one up against another brand, it just changes the whole perception of it. Well, certainly there's no heavy wood. There's wood, though. Definitely an underlying wood. And it's almost like, and I'm assuming that's Canadian Club Classic over there, but it's almost like the wood character of that brought out the wood character of that. As bizarre as that sounds. There's an underlying toothpick wood. If you're looking for charred wood, alligator charred wood whiskey, no, I mean, go drink bourbon because these are not going to have that. It's just going to be these Canadian whiskeys just going to have wood, wood, but not charred wood. No, generally no. Okay, I can't find the other glass. Oh, I can't look. Bucky Den says, good morning. Good morning to you. I'm trying to not look at these. Okay, I'm ready to call it because I got to go. I got to get going. It's going to be hot today. One more sip session, then we're calling it. Well, right now, at this point, the Canadian Crest is winning by default. Is it better? I'm not saying it's better. I'm not even close to saying that. No, it's not better. Nope. But for it to be able to hold its own, to battle, to be able to battle, and to be a private label brand of all things, an Albertsons store brand, that is incredible. Just goes to show you, don't judge a book by its cover, and don't judge a whiskey by its bottle. design, you know, because the Albertsons Canadian Crest, I mean, you look at it, it's homely, you know, it's over there on the shelf looking down, it's embarrassed to be there, you know, it's got very few friends. The Canadian Crest has got its swagger, you know, age 12 years, you know, been around since 1984, got rebranded, you know. But with all that bravado, does it really dominate? No. Hard to believe. Okay. Yeah. Yep. This is Canadian Club 12-year, classic 12-year. And this is the Canadian Crest. Well, to say I'm shocked is an understatement. Stunned. You just can't believe it. Like, I was even kind of laughing to myself before this, like, this is going to be a farce, like a waste of a taste challenge. You know what I mean? Like, why would you even do it? And both of these had that underlying, you know, blended whiskey grain filler component. They'll all have that, I think, if you sit on them enough. Well, you say not Johnny Walker Blue Label. Well, that's $259 a bottle. It better not. You wouldn't think it would. And if it does, then you say, uh-oh. Okay. So, who wins? Who wins? One more sip. Okay. Yeah, you see now this one here, it starts to present that grain alcohol, just that straight grain alcohol, just alcohol, grain alcohol. Not a bad, it's not bad, but these things will start to develop that. And honestly, if you got the Albertsons American blended whiskey, or the Beams 8-star, or the Barton Premium, or the Ancient Age Preferred, they're going to all have that as you drink through it. And if you're in a rush, don't even bother with the challenge, because it's not going to work. You know, if you watch a little 4-minute video and the guy's saying, I'm going to do a taste challenge, and they run through it real fast, and they say, boom, blah, this one wins. I wouldn't put too much stock in that, because you got, like Stevie Nicks said in that song, The Blue Lamp, don't listen to her, listen through her. Okay? These taste challenges have to be almost a metaphysical experience to get a good handle on it, if one should connect whiskey to metaphysics. But you know what I'm saying. So if you're low attention span and you're in a rush and you're in a hurry, and I gotta hurry, I must hurry to do everything in my life, you know, in the sands of time, or, you know, washing away, you know, falling away and all of this. No, this will not be good. But if you have time to reflect upon it, then they'll make more sense. And so you do have to think through these things. And but you do all the blended, and they'll start to, the Canadian blended and the American blended and the blended Scotch, on the surface and at the initial part of it, they'll be different. You say, oh, this is Canadian, and then the American and the Scotch blend. But if you continue to work through it as the minutes pass by, then you'll start to see the commonalities, and it becomes so pronounced, so pronounced. But luckily, the companies don't have to worry too much about that, because 99% of the drinkers are doing what? You know what they're doing. They're making mixed drinks, highballs, cocktails, you know, whatever. So that is never going to be an issue or come into play. It's the sipping thing that it really starts to come out. So let's see. Anyway, yeah, Canadian Club 12, CC 12, and the Canadian Crest. Well, you just never know. Well, I'll tell you. I'm a little, now, you know, when I get them wrong, sometimes I'm shook up because I got it wrong, you know, but I'm a little shook up now or shocked or stunned because I didn't expect it to be this close. So you say, well, that's an argument for the Canadian Crest. That's an argument for people to go out and buy it and try it. Yes, I agree with that. We were talking about Rogue on Eric Fromfelter's Thomas Meadow 75's channel last night, and we were going after Rogue's Dead Guy Ale, and they were picking on the honey Kolsch and all this stuff. Was it the honey? No, sorry, the brown the brown ale. And we weren't super positive about it, although I did give it a 95. Rogue Dead Guy, you know. But I said it's worth trying. You know, you want to buy it and try. I think you should try the Rogue products. That's assuming a store has them, because we were talking about how there's a dearth of it. 5 years ago, you saw 20 Rogue brands at every beer outlet. Now you see one, Dead Guy Ale. You might see a second one, but it seems to be really rapidly. And then Michael Komaroff was just going on. He was on a rant and rave, you know. I said, let him rant, you know, because he said, come back in a year and it's going to be gone, gone, gone. Rogue is gone. It's dead. It's dead. He declared it dead. So that's Michael Komaroff, officially declared dead by Michael Komaroff. And I can't really argue with him because I've never seen anything just fade that quickly. Well, maybe Pete's Wicked Ale. Remember that in the 90s? But the point there is, yeah, go try them. And like Michael said, you better try them quick. Yeah, you really better. Yeah. So anyway, should you try the Canadian Club small batch classic 12? Oh yeah, but you're going to pay about $25, and that's probably before tax. You might, by some odd incidents, find it at a store for $22.95, and then get it on sale in a round up to $25. But that's unlikely. It's a beautiful product. And look how many taste challenges I've got left. I mean, this is, look at those, look at all the adventures, just so many adventures. I look at it as an adventure, you know. Now the Canadian Crest, I still have a good 70% of it left, 70%. Yeah, you know, it's not anything but what it is. But would I recommend trying it? Yes, I would, for $5.99. Sure, why not? Okay, well, got a little shock this morning, a little jolt. But it's kind of fun when you don't expect that and then it happens and you say, I can't believe it, you know. Next, we're going to do Canadian Crest against Seagram's VO, the Venerable VO from 1911. Do I expect a great difference? Well, I expect a difference. I don't know how great it's going to be. I don't think I'll get them mixed up because the Canadian, the VO has a more American style presentation. You see, it's just got a wood thing and it's very basic and bland. By design, I might add. So you can't slam something when it's bland by design. It's designed to be a mixing whiskey. It is not designed as a sipper. It tells you that very clearly on the website. So I think the BO will be very discernible. Hello, Maxwell. Good morning to you. And I think I'll be able to tell it from Canadian Crest. Now, will it be better than Canadian Crest? You would hope so, because the VO is about $16 a bottle, and this is $6, rounding off, $6. So if I'm paying $10 more a bottle, I want it to be way better, but I don't think it's going to be way better. So what have we shown so far? What have we demonstrated so far with the Canadian Crest? Well, initially you expect the worst, right? When I opened that bottle, I was just thinking, oh my gosh, can't believe what this is gonna, I can't imagine what this is gonna be like. But I was pleasantly surprised, and against the expectations, really, it has been holding its own. Hadn't exactly been out there winning, but it's been in the race. It's battling, which is an even stronger argument for purchasing Canadian Crest. Not to mention Albertson's Canadian blended whiskey, which has done very well in competition, and that's $4. You heard me right. I'll repeat it again. $4.99 a bottle. Now imagine this day and age, 2018, right? That you can buy it for $4.99 a bottle, but and this is the truth. Unbelievable. Eric Frauenfelter said, how could they sell whiskey that cheap? I can't understand. I said, maybe they're involved with organized crime. I said that as a joke. They laughed. But it is strange how it could be so cheap. But anyway. All right, enough of that. So Saturday we'll do the VO. And Sunday, the VO Gold. That's the plan, at least. So Canadian Crest against VO, that'll be a tough one. Canadian Crest against VO Gold, the 8-year aged, which is no longer being produced, although you can find it everywhere still. They must have an incredible backstock. That's going to be, you would pray that shouldn't be close, because VO Gold, we're talking a minimum $22 a bottle, maybe higher. So, all right. Thanks for watching this Taste Challenge. It went on longer than I expected, but it was so much different than I expected. So shocking, really, this morning. This has been one of the more, and I've done so many Taste Challenges now, Stone Busters, but one of the more shocking ones in my experience, I have to admit. But like, hey, that's the beauty of the blind taste test. And I'm trying to make it a double blind, you know what I mean? So anyway, thanks for watching this video production.